Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run for the first time with Kenneth Gainwell. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bryant, that one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Auden Tate, 64 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this division round matchup. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Into the secondary past the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 45 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, the lanes are there. Go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Bryant. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Bryant. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 46. And to give this time to the tailback. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Flushed out right. He finds his man complete. That's Spencer. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Out of the gun, Fields. Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. That's Spencer. And he's going to be out, down inside the 20 at the 15. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have taken the lead. First quarter touchdown run. Remember this coming on the heels of his NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance that was so great last week.
Did you feel the rumble all the way up here?
The big bodies up front.
Big bodies moving people, and him, of course, charging through those great holes that were created.
So off to a great start here. Maybe looking for award number 2, adding to the award that he won last week in the NFC.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Back to Gainwell here on second down.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. Back to throw. Bryant.
And he'll flip this out to Huntley.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Now a handoff. Coming left is Gainwell.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. From the gun, Bryant. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Just a yard to go here on second down. They'll try the left side with Gainwell.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Third down. Huntley. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Now a first down throw. Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. That's Spencer. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Bears push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. A big pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Bryant. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Bryant looking middle, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. Fights loose.
124 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
And to give this time to the tailback. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a handoff here to his running back. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. It's caught inside the 25.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
To throw is Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Here's Fields.
Forced out to his left. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal.
While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Flushed out right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Justin Fields
with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bears continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get a good gain. To the 34. Looking to throw on second down. Bryant. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Chase Young just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Under pressure. pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
On fourth down, Michael Pilardi on to punt.
Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Take it at the 37. Nifty move. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Fletcher Cox forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw pulled in by Schwartz.
Touchdown, Chicago!
Anthony Schwartz.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A final shot before break. Bryant, throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Flush to his right, to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Back to throw. Bryant. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Chase Young, his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. Bryant.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. From the gun, Bryant throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shelton. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. To throw on 2nd down. Bryant.
He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Palardy now on to punt as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Boy, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Fields. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Fields. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bears are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead. Santos with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Now left side on the swing pass. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Bryant out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Stiff-armed him. Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas Goedert, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Parkey adds the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chicago offense set to get started. They have all but booked their ticket to the NFC Championship game next weekend, and they'll look to finish things off here now in this fourth quarter.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Off play action, Fields. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Wilson. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield.
Touchdown! Devontae Smith, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. And it'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
And And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense.
And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Well, a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On third down, Herbert. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on fourth down.
They snap it to Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. From 8 yards out, and the Bears continue to pour it on. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Back to throw. Bryant. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Daron Payne able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
The Eagles on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. This is Smith with a grab. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bryant
goes right back to Smith again.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Again, he'll drop to throw. He completes it to Tate. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas Goedert, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Eagles are able to eat a sizable deficit.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterback to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Parkey with the extra point. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And it's caught at the 10-yard line. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.